morning. It's getting nice out, finally. Finally, a little springy. I didn't get to do videos yesterday because my stupid phone memory was full and my internet was slow, so I didn't get the videos that were taking up all the space uploaded in time to delete them off of the phone to put me blah 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 blah. Anyway, which really bugged me because I'm trying to do double for the Lord this week, and my tech is just shit. Anyway, I remember Russell. I was just watching Russell, and he was talking about that stupid Will Smith slap. Everybody's talking about that stupid Will Smith slap. I gotta get this off of my chest because it's hard to keep my mouth shut sometimes. Will is an actor. His wife is an actor. And Chris Rock is not a good actor. Not a great actor, I guess, but he's an actor and comedian. And maybe he definitely knew it was coming. You just seen his face. He pulled his neck, stuck his head out, got ready for it, right? Like he knew that was coming. Also, so would anybody get ready to take a slap when somebody's walking up to you aggressive like that? The slap looked like it hit him in the neck, not in the face, but that could be a miss because he had a lapel thing there, so he might have went aiming for that because his eyes were on it. But you would think if he was angry, his eyes would be locked eyes. So you'd hit him in the face because that's where you're looking, right? If you're truly angry. Though he wasn't truly angry, his wife was angry and told him to go up. Anything. But I think she just was the cue card on Saturday Night Live, right? Because Will laughed and he looked at her and she's not laughing. Oh shit, this is my moment, I'm supposed to do that. Run up on stage. No more free speech. Let's start doing this to every comedian in the world. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to go to comedy clubs, but he's going to shoot his mouth off or be sitting in the front row and get razzed by the comedian a little bit. Feel insulted, jump up on stage. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, boy! Fucking sick. Will should have been arrested. We the people want to press charges for assault for what we've seen. We think as taxpayers that Will should pay $20 million in damages to the state. The government and everybody in America should get a tax rebate from that fucking douchebag. Making my kids and shit have to see that. Being the big spectacle all over the whole earth, everybody having to talk about it all the goddamn time. It should be more like 40, 50 million, and it should go right around the world to every fucking free country that has to watch that bullshit. And has to listen to this on their internet and watch it on their Facebooks. Right? Because you know that's what they said to him. You do this, or we take away your power, you're rich, you're famous, and make you make everybody know that you were on Jeffrey Epstein's plane to see a fucking pedophile or whatever. Who knows? I don't know that Will Smith's a pedophile or was ever on Jeffrey Epstein's plane, or Chris Rock. But you can guarantee there's leverage on both of them that somebody else holds and was easy to push down. Plus, they're not very smart, right? Chris is a little smarter than Will, but I'm sure they're not attached to the world anymore or to their roots or whatever. Like, so far detached that they wouldn't understand day to day. They wouldn't give a fuck about you. And then she's evil looking. She's been evil looking and weird since they married, whatever. Fucking Pitbull. But seems to me that was a bunch of actors acting. It could have also just been the greatest moment for these leftist fucking weirdos who are going to destroy free speech just as a fluke, right? Like, oh, look at this. Perfect. We'll run with this. But I don't think so. There's no such thing as a coincidence. When a detective goes into, starts investigating any case, they're always saying that everything matters. Every detail matters. All the little things. Well, we got to look at these elites and all the Jeffrey Epsteins and all that stuff. You know, this is a big case. You know, they're trying to get rid of free speech because they're getting found out for all the things that they've been doing. And just because it's a nuisance to their goal of absolute power. So in order to get to that absolute power goal, they got to get rid of the First and Second Amendment. Or whatever. Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Yeah, because free speech and guns have to go. And they need an unarmed public that they can control and manipulate and whatever. Read 1984. Like, it's laid right out what the plan is and what they're doing. Look around the earth, listen to what they're saying, how they say it, and then go and watch and look for the real actual story and the actual evidence behind everything, and you'll see what they say and what the facts are far apart. Far apart. There's a couple little things. Of course, every lie has some truth mixed in. But it's like, it's not just this. They're going way over to the lie side. Back over the line, back over the line, back over the line. They're going far that way every time. Never going far to this side. Truth. Fact. Science. And it's everywhere. It's not just in our political system. It's not just this. It's not just Corona. It's not just... It's right through. And some of you are starting to wake up to one thing. And it's so frustrating. It's been frustrating like that my whole life. Even before all this stuff. Before I learned all this stuff. I always was like... They lie constantly. Screw you over constantly. How can you trust anything they say? Why would you take anything at face value from a politician? Ever. And people are like, oh, well, they wouldn't lie about the school system, or they couldn't lie about this, or they wouldn't, blah, certainly they wouldn't lie about blah, 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 this, that's sacred. Nothing's fucking sacred to these people. I wish I could remember his name, but there's a video. It was Bette Mildred's manager, and he was also a politician guy, and he was like a mover and a shaker, and he was constantly being approached by the Rothschild family when he was a politician, saying things like, why should you care about them? That, all those people, your constituents, they're just evolved monkeys or whatever. Your family is going to be so set that your great-grandchildren won't have to worry. Why would you give a shit about those people out there? Everything you need is going to be looked after for generations. Like, you don't, everything's cool and it's all going to be good for you. So why would you sacrifice all that we're going to give you for them? Who are they? They're nobodies. You don't know any of them. Why should you care? And their answer should be, it's not those people. It's not just those people that I'm protecting. It's the whole framework of the system. Because my grandchildren might have some wealth, but if there's no freedom and no system and no life, then it doesn't matter. Right? So you need that for everybody. What if the stock market goes and all that money's gone and my grandkid needs to go and earn a new fortune? Or what if one grandkid's a spoiled little shit and he spends everything so that the next generation needs to go and rebuild the whole thing? Well, they wouldn't be able to if I don't protect what we have now. It'll be gone in the future. Right? But that's never the response. The response is selfish, greedy, which is our nature. It's what our souls are put into these nature-filled bodies to see the strength of our soul. To overpower those desires and those natures. Not to just succumb to them and be like, oh, well, I'm a whatever it is, or whatever. Yeah, anyway. So anyway, yeah, Will Smith isn't your buddy. Chances are, best case scenario, he's not a child molester, but him and her are probably both addicted to Adderall. You know, when he puts on all that weight and stuff, gets all ripped for the movies and does all those things, and obviously he's getting personal trainers and stuff, but injecting yourself with other people's blood is apparently major, right? Like when you give blood, you're tired and weak and this and that for days. When you get extra blood, it's the opposite effect. You're stronger and you're awake and you're wired and like having 7 espressos for days. Just go, right? Now, if you torture the person before you take their blood, it gets filled with adrenaline and whatever. So then when you take that as a drug, it's euphoric. And the younger the blood, the better it is for you, because whatever, I don't really know 100% on all this stuff, but I know guaranteed that the younger blood's sought after, right? And I don't know the exact number, but let's say it's 100,000, which is low, kids go missing every year that aren't by like broken couples or family members stealing custody. It's they're just gone, poof, right? And let's say a few of them are gone to like some sicko kidnapper, but again, it's 80,000 just in America, and Canada has 60,000, 40,000, whatever it is. UK has probably 100,000. Australia probably 60, 70,000. Or less than that, right? America is I think the high standard. So, and then in other countries like Japan and stuff like that, they just fucking throw them away. They don't even give a fuck. So, easily 100,000 are going to this fucking cult. It's probably more like 200,000. You don't hide that many people. Like, say that's been going on for just 20 years. Think how many fucking people that is that you'd have to fucking have a network for and stuff. They're not keeping those people. They're not keeping those kids. They're doing fucking unspeakable things to them, and I'm sure that, like, there's some favorites that get grabbed up and tortured for their entire lives and get to live in a life of torture, right? But most of them are just being fucking tortured and murdered and their blood harvested. Right? And, it's all through Hollywood. Like a plague. The Epstein thing showed us that. And it's all through politics. Like a plague. So, you can't really trust any of them. Who has, especially the richer and more powerful and more wealthy and more successful they are in that environment, the less you can trust them. Right? It's not because of tremendous talent that some of these sickos, there's fringe people that are fucked up and weird and crazy, so they're stupid talented like Jim Carrey. But most of them are just corrupt. Right? And Will was the poster boy for good boys or whatever. He was that good boy. So now he's to corrupt him and turn him into a thug and have him be a piece of shit advocate for people to lose rights is very lucrative, right? Because people trust him because he was that good boy, right? But he was a good rapper. All his songs were clean and about, looking out for your mom and stuff like that. He didn't swear, blah, 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 right? He was a very different rap. And so to corrupt that and then use it, it's worth way more than just Snoop Dogg or whatever, right? That's why they fucking hung right on and got their claws into him so tight. And that's why he's so successful. And Chris Rock It's funny, but you don't stay up that high. You get that kind of promotions and get into the movies and all the deals and all the shit that he's gotten in his career. There's funnier comedians out there who didn't get that. Or who started to get that and then talk now about the same things I talk about, so their career fucking fell off the deep end or whatever, or dropped off. They're not talked about in the mainstream anymore. You gotta go find them. Wake up, people. Anyway, have a good day, YouTube. Wonderful blessings to you all.